And we are extremely honored to be starting this 2025 edition of Techer with a truly exceptional role model. She is a world citizen, a scientist, a businesswoman, and a humanist. This is Dr. Ilham Kadri, CEO of Syensqo. We very welcome, Dr. Kadri. Thank you so very much for being with us today. Your international career spans 3 decades, 4 continents. You are on the 2024 list of Leaders 50, which is a list of the top 50 inspiring leaders in the world. You're also the recipient of the prestigious Cavalier Award. So maybe not everyone is aware of it. So I'll just give a bit of an intro of this award. It's part of the chemical industry where all your peers, all your CEO peers actually vote for the most impactful CEO of the year. And it was voted to you in 2025 by your peers who happen to be all male. And so you are also an independent board member of A.O. Smith and L'Oréal. You take part in many non-profit organizations. I will just name a few. You are the chair of the World Business Council for Sustainable Development. You're the vice chair of the European Roundtable for Industry, and you're a permanent member of the World Economic Forum International Business Council. And then it all started with a degree in chemical engineering and a PhD in physics and chemistry. So truly, your journey in STEM is extraordinary. You've blazed the trail, rising from a lab job to a CEO job. What was your strategy for success?
Thank you, Céline. Thank you for welcoming me. And thank you all for being here. Well, first of all, congratulations to all. I think there are men. I could see, the space. So there are men, but to all girls and women attending this event, you made it despite the lack of the role models. And you mentioned some of those. I've looked at the video. Marie Curie was one of my very first role models in my life. And you made it despite the sobering numbers of women in STEM. You can be proud of yourself. Listen, I never dreamed about becoming a CEO. I've always focused on the journey rather than the destination. And I was lucky in my life. I found quickly my passion. I know that science is my passion. And chemistry came very late after mathematics and physics, but I really wanted to master work and did research, so I did a PhD. So my passion was really my driver, Céline, and I'm effective when I love what I do and when I'm inspired by other leaders who allow me to use my expertise and intuition to make sound business decisions today. Second is, I think I've been always a curious. I'm now older, but still a curious. I learn and relearn. This is my engine. My illiterate grandmother who raised me, educated me, taught me to love books, respect knowledge, and admire people who express their ideas in print. So I'm a big reader, and some of these people are my role model as well. So really learn and relearn. The other probably recipe is to keep that humility as a top attribute. I consider it the secret of great leaders. I learned to listen to the wisdom of others. Actually, I'm not bringing many solutions. I'm actually helping others to be at their best and bring their solution, our solution collectively to the corporation and to the world. And probably my African side, I understand my history before making a decision that shapes the future. The other piece before I give it back to you is really mentoring and sponsoring, Céline. I mean, you know the difference. A mentor talks to you, a sponsor talks about you when you are not in the room. And I was privileged to meet outstanding mentors in my way, from my Strasbourg University to more recently my former CEOs and people who believed in me before even I believed in myself that I can get the big job. And the last but not the least, listen, you need determination, you need resilience, you need to have that second skin along the road, because it's bumpy, it's not easy, there is nothing linear. And then when you get the job, hopefully you can impact beyond your perimeter to have that sense of purpose and take ownership of my role as a mother, as a wife, as a colleague, as a world citizen. Back to you.
And so you're mentioning, Ilham, the bumpy road. Have you ever faced self-doubt? And if so, how did you pull through?
Yeah, many times. My journey was not linear, Celine. Indeed, there were times where I made difficult decisions, like stepping down from a job because it was not aligned with my ethics and values, or during maternity leave, which was, I'm a mother of a 19-year-old, son, and it was not easy maternity leave. At the time, I had a dual career with my husband, and without backup, I decided to leave, my company. And you leave managers, you join company, you leave managers if it's not good for you. Another very difficult moment was that maternity leave, right? When I came back, they forgot me in my organization chart, believe it or not, thinking that now I'm a mother, I would not travel anymore. I was in marketing. And as a woman, I felt an extra layer of difficulty as I needed to work probably harder to break the glass ceiling. Felt pressure, right? And often you feel guilty as well. Society makes you feel guilty. I mean, someone said guilt is the second name or middle name of women. And these difficult moments also, were actually good for me because it built my resilience. They made me stronger, more assertive. They were pivotal moments in my career to find out what I really wanted and how I wanted it to happen. So I left the company who forgot me in organization charts, went to another one, got a promotion, changed, country with my husband who left his work and with the baby who was at that time 4 months old. And my career took off. So in every setback, actually, it was another additional weapon and munition into my own package to become stronger. And I didn't forget it today. So today we offer as a company 16-week paternity leave because I didn't forget that time where as a mother I needed support from my husband and from my spouse. So all of those challenging time makes you prioritize what is truly important for you. I would speak about intermediate destination, pivotal moment than difficult ones now. Back to you.
Your passion, Ilham, comes through the screen. It's amazing. I wonder, what fuels that drive?
The youth, the way you are raised and how you nurture it. For me, was my grandmother, Celine, who was my first role model. Illiterate, was a cleaner. She pushed me to find my own destiny through education. She was told that there were two exits in woman life or girl life. First one was to the home of the husband, so we had to do to make a good marriage, and second one to the grave. So she didn't find it that energizing and promising and sexy for us, the girls. So she really pushed us. And during school, I developed my passion for science. Thanks to Marie Curie, you honored her in your video. She was so inspired, and she was an immigrant like me later, the only woman scientist winning a Nobel Prize twice, a free spirit. She said, nothing in life is to be feared, it's only to be understood. And that's resonated with me. And what amazed me with science and chemistry and STEM, that I often call chemistry the mother of all industries, is how crucial your impact can be in building the future. No matter where you stand in the company, from the lab to the C-level, working in a size company is working on creating that safer, greener and better world. And I believed since then in purposeful companies. So I truly believe that we can be both sustainable and profitable. And in my company today, humbly, we are driving this. This is what driving me every day, contributing to that human progress while addressing sustainability, humanity challenge, and profitability. And chemistry, is part of the problem as any science or any industry. But, more importantly, we are part of the solution. There is no recycling, no circular economy, no bio-based, no low carbon economy, quite simply no progress without chemistry. And I'm a bias. So my job today is really to try to leave that legacy behind and to transmit that passion and that, I hope, a better world we are building to my successor who will do better, to leave a better world for the next generations. Back to you.
Ilham, we have very many young women listening to us today in the room and online. If there was one important lesson that you could leave with them so they own their power, what would you say?
Wow, I would say believe in yourself. It's okay to dream big and to follow your dreams. In fact, if your dreams or your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. So dream big and share that dream with your ecosystem, with your partners, spouses, boyfriend, father, mother, friends. And accept it can take time and it's not straightforward. Take the opportunities you have to learn and grow. Learn and relearn. That's my African motto. And remember, you cannot do it alone. Build your network. It's important. Find mentors and sponsors. Again, someone talking to you, but sponsor who talks about you when you are not there. In fact, use and abuse of your mentors and sponsors. They will help you grow, develop yourself, get the places you've never dreamed of. I have today many mentors and even younger than me. And finally, do not worry, be brave and follow your inner convictions. It will always lead you somewhere, even if sometimes it's tough to leave a place, to leave, for security, whatever. When you become a parent, you have things to hold on your shoulder, but be brave. You are just at the beginning of your journey. Be yourself, trust yourself, embrace what makes you unique.
Wow, thank you for these buckets of inspiration. This is very empowering. We have received actually tons of questions online. I will take time for a couple, perhaps. How do you handle when people doubt your capabilities?
Well, I believe in myself, and then I prove to others that I can do it, and I do it more than ever. I didn't tell you one thing. I'm dyslexic, and when I grew up in Morocco at that time, there was no diagnostic for dyslexic, so I was supposed to be shy. Obviously, they told me I will never do public speaking. Can you believe it, right? So and without the support, the diagnosis at that time, I mean, you feel very lonely. But, with the support of my grandmother, with some teachers who believed in me, and then diagnostic came when I was a teenager, right? I could work on my invisible handicap, which became actually my strength. And I learned to master it by go slow to go fast. So yeah, I mean, that's the resilience, that the inner strength in us is the most important thing. Don't let the others touch it. You know what makes you unique, and actually embrace and celebrate what makes you unique. This is why a company will retain you and actually give you promotion and support you to grow.
I'm hesitating here because they're very good questions. What was your biggest concern or fear when you thought about accepting the CEO position, your first CEO position already 20 years ago?
Yeah, it was 10 years ago. So yeah, it was those things where, I didn't come with the fear, but when you go to a CEO role, obviously, when you grow into a job, you grow into the pyramid and you are in the top, right? And you say, now I got the big job and I can, engage with organization, I can change lives, I can impact. But when you have to understand, when you become a CEO, the pyramid is just inverse and you are in the bottom of another pyramid of many stakeholders, right? Inside with your board of directors, but also outside, the media, the authorities. And the CEO role has changed in the past 10 years I've been in the job. So yeah, you have to relearn the job. You have to accept that you are on the bottom of a pyramid and you have to relearn it, right? But listen, it's like any job. When I was prepared, actually, so the preparation was important for me. One of my former CEOs really predicted to me that I will not only get the job, but I will enjoy it, because that's what I was really, interested by. Am I going to enjoy that role? Because the role comes with its opportunities and impacts, but also with its challenges. You feel lonely, there is private person, public life or professional life, it's blurring. And you have huge responsibility, right, for the company, for the impact, for your customers, and etc. And you make, heavy decisions, right? That's your role, and you have to serve and navigate crisis. So I think it's more about getting ready, right? Like in my dyslexia times, really getting ready, prepare the master, train, have the sponsors and the mentors and people who are not going to tell you what you like to hear, but rather what you don't like to hear. And it's probably true. We call it 360 feedback, and help you to continue growing. So I think with that, you fear less, actually. You just have to train like a runner. You want to be a runner, run every day.
Ilham, thank you so very much for so much wisdom, so much inspiration, and thank you for being so open and transparent and personal with us today. It's a precious gift. Thank you very much.
Thank you.